you've been posting some really cool testimonials lately on your page, and just about the transformation that guys are experiencing in your program. And for me personally, I just never get tired of hearing these stories because I think it just never gets old, to hear about how guys found ways to overcome pornography. And you and I both know it has so little to do with overcoming pornography. It's about restoring relationships. It's about people getting their spiritual lives together and walking in their calling, pursuing their dreams. That's really what this is all about. And I'm seeing that happen through your programs and in the stories you're sharing. I wonder if you can share maybe a story with us, something recent or something that's particularly poignant, just to give a little bit of hope to some of the guys listening who are, maybe not quite there in their journey yet.
Yeah. And I'll share one, but it may be one of the ones that you're referencing, but it's just been it's an incredible story. So I had a young man. He was up in Canada somewhere, Chiago. Came to me through a referral recommendation. I'm not exactly sure how we got connected, but he was in med school and he was engaged and the wedding was in like 4 months, and our program is 4 months long. So he came in incredibly busy, due to his work and due to planning a wedding and whatnot. So he was excited to get started. But one of the things we do in our program is in the second month, there's a service oriented project where you're asked to just kind of go out and give some of your time to the community. His was different due to COVID circumstances. Not a lot of places were open, and due to the time availability that he had. So he brought me the idea. He said, "Hey, I don't really have time to go anywhere. Like I'm literally at school and at home. That's all I have." He's like, "Are you okay with me just maybe offering?" Because he was really getting his scheduling in place. One of the things we were really focusing on was him perfecting his schedule. Are you okay with me just offering maybe free phone calls to other college students? To help them with their structure and some of their habits. I said, sure, as long as it's in service of other people, then I'm very happy with anything that you're doing. So he started doing this. He had about 5 or 6 calls planned. And you started feeling these. And what came out of one of those calls was like actually the person asking him, like, hey, I really love this call, but I think I need more help. Like, do you have like a program or like do you coach and help people? Once again, this is a med school student, like pursuing a doctorate. Like, so he's got his future already planned. So he comes to me the next week. He's like, Frank, he's like, I know you know how to build businesses. Like, is this something you think can happen? And I was like, dude, like, let's go. Like, we're gonna make this thing
Yeah.
happen. So we had like 8 more weeks in the program. And literally in that 8 weeks, like we were able to help him like get his program together, like start taking sales calls. I think he made his investment into the program like 3x just in the last eight
Wow.
weeks. And then obviously, he
Jeez.
went out and, the wedding went amazing. I was able to tune in remotely and see some of that. But yeah, his life is, I mean, it's radically different now. I mean, he was able to start and launch a business. He was able to get closer with his wife while still staying, at the top of his class in med school. So today, I think he's got a semester or two before he gets into, the actual work side of that, but he's still running this profitable business that was all built out of like an 8 week window of helping college students. So that was one of the best, just life transformation. That's what I really center on doing. I was having a conversation with my uncle the other day, and he's like, I love watching your videos. He's like, I don't. He's like, I don't really struggle with that. He's like, I love watching you talk. He's like, I really see you, developing yourself as a speaker. He's like, there's something bigger. Like, you're going to be more than a porn guy. You're going to be a motivational speaker. And I was like, Chuck, like, I am. There's motivation in what I do. I'm just serving a very particular group of men. But it's just cool because I don't really, yeah, there's recovery components to what we do. But what I really try to help guys do is remove the barriers in life that are holding them back from truly stepping into the life that I believe each one of them was created to live. Because when you're walking that life, when you're walking in that purpose, there's no place for porn to enter. And that's what I believe where freedom is found is when you get clear on who you are, on who you're trying to become, and you show up every day with the intention of becoming that man. But yeah, we've had a lot of really, really powerful transformation. There have been a couple of businesses started. There's been promotions gained. There's been new jobs landed. There's been breakthroughs with some of the entrepreneurs, like hitting record months. There's been physical transformations. There's been marriages and relationships rebuilt. But probably, the greatest gift that I have is when I help the man either, reestablish his relationship with Christ or
Mm,
bring him for the first time. Because I believe as believers and Christians, our greatest call first is to create disciples.
yeah.
So a lot of what we do there is centered around, sharing that good news.